great movie. Congratulations, guys.
Oh, thank you
really
so
good
much.
work. I want to begin by asking both of you about the opening scene of the film.
Yes.
Scott, tell me a little bit about how that scene really sets the tone for the rest of the movie, and then Woody, if you talk about how that scene sets the tone for your character in the film.
Well, it's a critical scene. Typically, movies don't open that way. Typically, you would open with the protagonist and you'd follow his journey. In this case, I wanted to quickly set the tone for the type of film you were about to see, but also introduce the world to one of our most beloved actors in a part that we'd never seen him play, to alert all of us that it might subvert your expectations, and you better buckle in because it's going to be a bumpy ride.
How does it set the tone for your character, Woody?
Well, you see the character do some, hideous stuff, and so, the audience knows right away that this guy is just, he's a bad guy. And so, it's smart. He kind of compared it to like Jaws,
Yeah,
you want
that's
to
right.
know.
I see the
You
shark.
want to know every time you hear that, that it's going to be
Yes.
something to
And
fear,
we discussed that. Woody, every time I would see him, he would have eyes like a shark. He wouldn't blink much, and he was
that's right, yeah.
would really bore into you. And when you're on screen and you don't blink a great deal or you don't move your head a lot, it gives you a sense of power and command. And he had that.
We haven't really seen you play a role like this, certainly since Rampart or even Natural Born Killers. Is it hard to make a guy who's essentially the bad guy humanize and a three-dimensional character?
Well, I think that's kind of how it was written really, really well already. So, just kind of followed through with what he'd already written. And of course, he's a great director, so he can steer you in the right direction if you're going off the rails,
Yeah, I'm a huge Pearl Jam fan, and I
great.
loved hearing Pearl Jam's release at the
Yeah,
beginning,
it's
and it
fantastic.
really bookends the film. It's at the beginning of the movie
Precisely.
and at the end of the film. Talk about the choice of that song.
Well, the whole score was born out of that as well. I write from a very character point of view, and Christian Bale's character, similarly aged as I, and what's the type of music he might listen to, and you recall in your 20s when you're becoming a man, and you're not quite there, and you're filled with angst, and what's the kind of music that speaks to you in your generation? Well, it was Pearl Jam and Nirvana and Soundgarden, and that particular song is about the loss of your father, among many things, and I thought it really spoke to the themes of this film, and it seemed to fit the character, and I personally loved it. So I reached out to Eddie Vedder, and he graciously invited me up to Seattle, and I screened the film for Ed, and he was visibly moved when he emerged from the theater, and he said, not only will I give you the song, I want to re-record it for the first time and bring my life experience to the recording. And when he did, and the first time I heard his re-recording, I was with him in the studio, it raised the hair on my arms, and it was chilling and harrowing and brought tears to my eyes and to Ed's eyes, and it was a moment that I'll never forget, and I think the perfect song for the film.
So is that the re-recorded version that we
At the
hear?
very, very end.
At
And
the
the
very
first
end.
you hear it is as it
Is the
was,
original.
it plays on his truck
Right.
that you hear in 1991, and then of course the final song is his re-recording, and he tailored it to fit to the narrative.
It
Changed
really
some of the
does
lyrics.
have a powerful influence on the movie, that
it
song.
does.
Yeah, it's perfect. It really sets
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Great movie, guys. Congratulations. Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much.
much,
Great talking to you
man.
again,
Yeah.
Scott. Always great to see you. Yes.
We're rogue. We are three rogues.
Three rogues here.
I like it.